Hey everyone, you're watching the Esperanza 243. Sorry if the voice cut out. Sorry if I said hi a little too fast or something like that. But today there's going to be another book reading. And before I start reading, I just want to show you guys something. Nothing on the paper, right? It's just a blank piece of paper. But then, you see this? Can't see me, can't see me. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can get the... Oh, I guess it doesn't show very well on the camera. Can't see me, can't see me. Piece of paper. That sucks. I thought you guys would be able to read that. Well, I guess you kind of can. It makes me feel like I'm a kid. I love this pen. I've been waiting for this for over a month. You know those little Kellogg's cereal boxes? I've been getting them with the Cars 2 symbols so I can get the codes. I put 3 of them on there and I got this. I've been wanting this spy pen since I saw it on the Kellogg's box. I got it. Okay. So, what happened in the last book video? Oh, and by the way, surprise guest, my puppy, my beautiful dog, Lady. You're such a beautiful dog, you think you war. Alright, I didn't read ahead. Dang it. Hello. I guess you can't forget the pepper. Garnet is talking to her cousin Marion about trying to meet other mer people, and Marion gets her confidence up enough to get Garnet to go out in the ocean and meet other mer people. Alright. You're right, she said cheerfully. I should be positive. I'll go out there first thing in the morning. Tonight I want to stake out in the tunnel and that leads to those guys. Marion became nervous. I don't think Mom would like the idea of you watching them. Just be careful, okay? It was quiet for a while. Garnet, are you there? It was still quiet. It was still quiet. Scared you, didn't I? Garnet suddenly spoke. Marion gasped in fright. I'll be careful, I promise. I'll talk to you tomorrow. How about after you get some unpacking done, you come down to the beach and visit? Marion smiled. I think I will. Talk to you tomorrow, Nettie. Oh, come on, I know you can do it. After that, Marion, Garnet, and Miss Tarleton went to work. I always do that. Garnet went back to the tunnel to take a nap, and then headed through the smaller tunnel for her stakeout. Marion started to work on unpacking her things. After 3 hours, she took a shower and went to bed. Miss Tarleton started her research right after talking to her niece. She continued working on it for an hour or 2. Then she took a shower, watched some TV, and then went to bed. Even the merman Garnet talked to was busy. The merman had just talked to His Majesty about the shell conversation he had after it had happened. His Majesty was quite interested and wanted to know more about her. The merman decided to respect Garnet and help her out. He talked to a lot of people and even asked His Majesty about turning up storms with ships in the past 40 years. Some of the merpeople became suspicious about the questions, but did not spread rumors of what the merman was doing. He was, after all, an advisor and friend to His Majesty. Garnet's stakeout was quite interesting. Since the stakeout was at night, her tail stayed as it was, making it hard for her to climb. It turned out the men she overheard before were not there, which made her think there was more to it than the eye could see. She learned how often someone would come back, what they did when most of the guys were in the area, and when it was most quiet throughout the entire cave. It was an entertaining night. The next morning, one of Garnet's shells was vibrating. She groaned and opened one eye, looking outside the big tunnel. The sun was shining through the water again. The sun was shining through the water again. The shell continued vibrating. She groaned again. She picked up her head and listened to the sound. She gasped and hurried to pick up the shell. Garnet put it up to her ear. "Hello?" "Good morning, ma'am." Someone replied chirpy. She hummed in response. "It sure is. A morning with good promises. Hopefully some nice rewards will come of it," she responded. She paused. "Who's this?" "Oh, most apologies. I forgot to introduce myself yesterday." She gasped. "My name is Ezra Ewald. Some call me Waldy, although I have no idea why. What is your name?" She hesitated. "My name's Garnet O'Connell, but you can call me Nettie." "Ah, lovely name. After the Garnet Stone, I suppose. Popular, good self-esteem, and well-kept friendships. It's also a stone of purity and truth, even a symbol of love and compassion. Your mother chose a brilliant name." He paused. "You're wearing Garnet's jewelry for your birthstone, aren't you?" Her eyes began to fill with tears. She wiped her eyes before the tears came down and spoke into the shell. "It's nice to talk to you again. Did you succeed in finding your merperson?" She knew he had not found her, but she felt like asking him about something besides the help he offered for her. He sighed. "Unfortunately, no. From the sighting, though, I do know it's a mermaid. Hopefully I'll be able to find her by the end of the day. Someone is very interested in meeting her." She hesitated and thought for a bit. "Is there any chance we could meet today? I think I'm ready to tell you what I know about this mermaid." He gasped. "Yes, that would be great. Where would you like to meet? And when would you prefer?" He paused for a split second. "Wait, I just remembered. I helped you out with your questions. Would you like to know what I learned?" Her head swirled around. "Wait, that's a lot of things to think about." She thought for a minute. "Yes, I would like to know what you learned, but let me answer the other questions real quick. Would it be okay if we met near the shore of where this mermaid was sighted?" There's an underwater cave below the lighthouse. I would like to meet there around 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Is that alright? He thought a bit. That seems appropriate. It would be best if we met somewhere you are comfortable with. I'll meet you then. She smiled. Thank you, Mr. Ewald. No thanks required, Miss Garnett. Now, would you like to know what you asked for yesterday? Yes, I would. She giggled. But please, call me Nettie. He made a face, and changed the subject to the help she requested from him. It seems there have been a dozen storms in the past 40 years. I know it's not that many. The king rarely gets mad like that. Only 3 ships were in certain storms. As far as asking everyone about someone disappearing, it has only happened once or twice, but that was over 100 years ago. Well, there goes my theory, she thought. Wait, it's possible. If someone disappeared, then it's possible. When those 2 disappeared, was it during the storms? She asked. Why, only one of them disappeared during the storm. Do you know who it was? I wish I knew. Only the king would know. He's ruled the 7 seas for almost 200 years now. Wait. He paused as he thought. I think you and I are on the same path. We're both looking for the descendant of a mermaid or merman. She widened her eyes. Oh, gee, look at the time. I need to call my aunt. She's helping me and my cousin move. Would you mind if I end this conversation until later? He nodded. Of course, Miss Garnett. I will see you at 2 o'clock. She put down her shell and started breathing heavy. Wow, he was that close, she whispered. Then she started thinking. The king. Sorry. The king? She thought to herself. The guy I saw who has the stuffed animals. He said something about 1 rib and the king. She gasped. Is it possible he's talking about the king of the ocean? She thought about it a little longer. Soon she started to feel faint, so she curled up on the ground and took a nap. By the time she woke, it was close to noon, and she felt a lot better. She took a long, deep sigh. One of her shells was vibrating. She rubbed her eyes and picked it up. Hello, she murmured. Wow, you just woke up? I figured you'd be out on the rocks by now. Her eyes widened. Marion, hi! Where are you? Did you bring any long shirts with you? She asked, nearly crying out. Marion pulled the shell away from her ear. Calm down, Garnett. I'm out on the rocks at the top. I didn't bring any shirts, but I did bring a towel. I think I'll stop right there. I don't want to take any chances. Alright guys, I will do another book reading video tomorrow. I'll make certain of that. I got a lot to do today. So cool I was able to do that. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. This is the Esperanza 243 signing off.